China's foreign minister says stable relations with the UK will not only benefit the two countries, but is also important for global peace. Speaking to British Foreign Secretary David Cameron on the phone, Wang Yi says Beijing and London should keep dialogue open and deepen cooperation. Cameron says no country in the world today can cope with global challenges alone, adding that the UK is willing to maintain exchanges with China.
The services sector in China continues to expand as Beijing seeks new ways to boost its economic recovery. The PMI in the services sector rose by over 1 point in November to a 3-month high of 51.5. China's express delivery volume, which measures the number of parcels delivered, this year exceeded 120 billion, a record high. Meanwhile, more foreigners are travelling to China under the country's new visa-free policy. 7,000 visitors from France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Spain and Malaysia, 6 countries covered by the visa waiver, entered China in the first 3 days of this month. And daily average tourist numbers from those countries have risen by 39%. Let's talk now to Xiaolin Chen, who's head of international at KraneShares. Good to see you, Xiaolin. Welcome back to the programme. So let's take a look at both those PMI and delivery numbers. What do they say about the health of China's economy?
I think today's PMI service number definitely point out to a better business expectations in China, which support our view that the ongoing strength of consumption of the service is happening. We put the probably property-related service activities aside. Offline services activities this year has been a key source of the strength, particularly in the areas like tourism and dining out, service-related retail sales also have seen or has with them a climb almost 19% for the first 10 months of the year. I think these are the numbers, broadly speaking, signals and signs of broadening pickup in consumption from services, in China, and also a trend happening is also some other goods of sales also start happening in autos, such as certain goods services happening in China. I think clearly China's economy on the different tracks now to try to rebalance its economy to service-driven. This is definitely confirmed the intention and the efforts being put in has started to show signs of working.
So it sounds like the numbers look good, but what about the sentiment? Do you think we're seeing a rebound in consumer confidence?
This is a very important first step that investors need to see, though it's on the lag effect basis, that we need to see the number are showing working, improving signs. This is very much the first needed step for investors to build up the confidence even more. We need to see more policies. There's seasonal adjustments coming in. Weather is quite cold in China, in some of the part of the cities in China, but there's a lot of policy being introduced in September, October. We start to see credit get released. Hopefully that get flowed down to the corporates and small and mid-sized business. Hence, we'll see more of a support data such as PMI and services and also credits.
So as you say, we have seen new policies of late throughout the year, really, but now things seem to be moving in the right direction. Do you think that will be an end of those new measures?
The new measure, I think you have more measures to come. In our opinion, December, you're going to have some key leadership meetings happening. It'll give a clear guidance on the area to develop, to focus on this liquidity introduced last month, where that could be deployed in the economy. That's one. Second, where the country will be focusing on next year in continue rebalancing economy to service-driven, also creating more jobs, such as in the green infrastructure area. Also to start to help the small size of the companies and corporates to start to spend a bit more, start hiring a little bit more. All of them is a sequential order, unfortunately, but it will happen in that order, and that will definitely help policy to make more effective tools to help the economy to grow, and also investors to have more confidence to invest in China's capital markets.
Xiaolin Chen, good to see you as always. Thank you for joining us on the programme. That's Xiaolin Chen, Head of International at KraneShares.